Chapter 11. When it was time for me to get ready to meet up with Tyler on Saturday afternoon, Danielle's door wasn't completely shut, and the hall outside her room smelled like her cinnamon apple candle. What was she doing home? Now that she'd finally gotten herself a car, I'd been counting on her being out of the house. How else was I supposed to borrow another outfit? At least I could go ahead and get some makeup. I hurried into the bathroom and locked the door, then flushed the toilet and turned on the fan. Hopefully that would drown out the sound of me rifling through her giant red bag. It was a good thing she kept it under the sink. I grabbed what I could find, tucked it all beneath my shirt, and rushed back to my room. Mascara? Check. Lipstick? Check. Blush? Check. Eyeshadow? No. I'd also accidentally taken 2 eyeliners and missed getting an eyebrow pencil, but I couldn't go back into the bathroom right away. Why wasn't she leaving? When 5 o'clock came and the smell of cinnamon was still strong, I gave up. I was either stuck in my own boring clothes or I'd have to get something new and fast. I'd already asked Dad for a ride. Maybe he could give me some money for a new outfit too. I found him on the sofa in the family room, watching a cooking show. You know how I'm meeting a friend at the mall again? I was hoping to buy some new clothes for school, but I don't have any money. He paused the TV. The screen froze with someone's chopping knife raised in the air. Didn't Mom already take you over the summer? Yeah, I want to get a few more things. I mean, if that's okay. If you really need something, I should have a couple of 20s in here. He reached into his pocket for his wallet. Thanks. I bit my lip. Can we go ahead and leave as soon as your show's over? He clicked on the remote and glanced at the screen. It's got 12 more minutes. Give me time to put on my shoes after that, and then we can head out. We made it to the mall without too much traffic, and I hurried into Zoe's Fashions. Pop music blared so loud throughout the store that it hurt my ears. It smelled like someone had dropped a giant bottle of cologne and spilled it into every corner. But the prices were cheap, and the clothes were what I needed, so I bought myself a skirt and a soft purple top Mom would never have let me wear. I changed in the bathroom, put my normal clothes in my backpack, and did the best I could with the makeup I had. I stuck a clip in my hair and hurried to meet Tyler. He waved like he'd been watching for me. It was such a long week waiting to see you, he said when I walked over. So what do you think, mini golf? He smiled. Those dimples. Sure. I wasn't exactly dressed for it, but it would still be fun. Let's go. We left the mall and headed through the parking lot toward Putt-Putt Around. We still had a little farther to walk when he slowed down, then stopped. Actually, I have a better idea, he said. He had on the same baseball cap as before, and he adjusted the rim so it was higher up on his head. How would you feel about bowling? I'm parked right over there. He motioned toward the black Honda. It's a perfect day to take a ride. I looked back and forth between him and the car. But you're in 10th grade. How could he already be driving? He shrugged. I just turned 16 and I got my license the week before we met. He paused and lowered his voice. Let's just say I had a lot of energy when I was a little kid, and my parents thought I wasn't quite ready for kindergarten that first year. Oh, that made sense. I'd had people in my classes who were older than the rest of us, too. I imagined him as a 5-year-old and smiled to myself. Well, he asked. I stared at his car. It was sparkling clean. Made sense since he worked at a car wash. Maybe he could run it through for free after his shifts. Tyler grinned at me. Come on, let's go. It would be amazing to ride somewhere with him, but that probably wouldn't be the smartest idea in the world. I stood there without saying anything while I tried to figure out what to do. I kept looking at his car like I was super interested in checking it out, but really, I was just buying myself time. Along with some numbers, his license plate had the letters LNG on it, just like Louie and Ginger. Maybe it was a sign that I should go with him after all. But he was already 16. The butterflies in my stomach zoomed all around again. I edged back toward Putt-Putt Around. Let's just do the golf. Okay, whatever you say, boss. The new course had a beach theme, with fake palm trees and an ocean backdrop. The line to get in wasn't long, and it was moving fast. Just before I tried to take my first shot through a tall white lighthouse, Tyler came up behind me and wrapped his arms around mine on the club. I got kind of trembly and hit the ball so hard that it flew into the air and ricocheted off a plastic palm tree instead. A while later, As we waited for the boys in front of us to finish shooting through the mouth of a giant plastic dolphin, a group of girls about my age laughed loudly from across the course. It would be so fun to come back if we brought people. Which reminded me, how long have you been going to Westbrook Day? I asked. We had a chance to stop and talk since one of the kids ahead of us kept missing and hitting the side of the dolphin's mouth. Tyler spun the orange golf ball in his fingers. Just the last couple of years since we move around for my dad's job. Everyone around the dolphin whooped. The shot must have finally gone in. Do you know a lot of people at school? Sure. He motioned for me to go ahead. I swung and missed, but made it on my third try. I picked up my ball and watched while Tyler shot a hole in one. He grinned and gave me a thumbs up and then grabbed his ball and came over to stand by me while we waited on those boys again. I took a deep breath. A few of my friends wanted to find out about yours. Like if any of them might want to hang out if we got a group together sometime. Yeah? Tyler spun the ball some more. My face got warm. They made me promise I'd talk to you about it. Tyler didn't smile, but his dimple showed on his cheeks. Tell your friends I'll check around, okay? Thanks. With a few more people, we could go somewhere different, and I wouldn't have to hide it from my parents. No problem. He took my hand and looked into my eyes. So how's the homework? The family drama? All the stress? Oh, he cared so much. Nothing's really changed with school or with Nori, and my mom's still being annoying. If she weren't so strict about clothes and makeup and everything, it would be a million times easier. Do you ever wish you could take a break from everything? Definitely. I thought back to that fantasy vacation we talked about last Saturday. Hawaii would be perfect. It would be so fun if we were at a real beach. Well, no matter what else is going on, you've got me now. He squeezed my hand tightly, and my heart turned to somersault. After our game, which he won by a lot, we split a double order of veggie fajitas at Tio Pablo's and shared the sweetest, fluffiest sopapillas ever. Then we walked together toward the entrance of the mall. When we got to the big glass doors, he kept looking at me. I'm so glad I met you, he said. I inhaled his scent, wishing I didn't have to leave so soon. I wasn't sure what to say, but it turned out it didn't matter because he kept talking. I had a great time with you again. His breath was warm in my ear. I guess you need me to take off before your ride comes like last time, huh? Yeah. He stepped back a little. You haven't told your parents anything about me? Not anyone in your family? His voice was so serious and his forehead got all wrinkled. No, not a word. What was he getting at? His face relaxed into a smile. Good. Let's keep messaging on that app so nobody sees any texts between us. The last thing I want is for you to get in trouble. Oh, he was just worried about me. I'll see you again soon. He gave me a big hug on his way out. I stared after him for a second, but then I had to hurry to get myself ready before Dad picked me up. Did you have fun? Dad asked as I got in the car. What'd you end up doing? Mini golf. At least I could tell him the truth about that. He waited while I put on my seatbelt. Do me a favor. Next time, I'd like it if your friend was still around when I came to get you, so I could meet her. I guess. I stared down at my lap. Maybe Danielle could drive me from now on. Dad kept going. I'd love to take you two out for a bite to eat sometime. Why did he suddenly have all this time for me when I needed him to stay as far away as possible? Didn't he have work to do or a TV show to watch or something to cook? He pulled up to the stop sign at the edge of the parking lot and looked back over at me. You okay? I couldn't quite meet his eyes. I'm good. You know you can talk to me about anything, right? Yeah, of course. But if I told Dad about Tyler, I'd probably never be allowed to see him again.